As we gather here today, in this sacred space of connection and understanding, I want to speak to you about a profound and often misunderstood aspect of our spiritual journey, the twin flame connection. Many of us have heard whispers of this powerful bond, a connection so deep it transcends the physical realm and touches the very essence of our souls. But what happens when we choose to turn away from this connection? What are the consequences of rejecting our twin flame? Today, we'll explore 5 unexpected consequences that arise when we close our hearts to this divine union. These insights come from years of observing countless souls on their spiritual paths, from diving deep into the mysteries of the universe, and from my own personal experiences with the ebb and flow of cosmic energy. Let's begin with the first consequence, a profound sense of incompleteness. When we reject our twin flame connection, we're essentially rejecting a part of ourselves. Imagine, if you will, a puzzle with a missing piece. No matter how beautiful the rest of the picture may be, that gap remains, catching our eye and nagging at our subconscious. This incompleteness manifests in various ways. You might find yourself constantly searching for something, yet never quite knowing what it is. Relationships may feel shallow or unfulfilling, as if there's always something missing. You may throw yourself into work, hobbies, or other distractions, trying to fill that void. But the truth is, nothing else can quite fit into that twin flame-shaped hole in your heart. This feeling of incompleteness can lead to a restlessness that permeates every aspect of your life. You might find yourself constantly changing jobs, moving to new cities, or jumping from one relationship to another. There's an underlying current of dissatisfaction, a feeling that you're not where you're supposed to be or doing what you're meant to do. But here's the thing. This incompleteness isn't a punishment. It's a call from the universe, a gentle, or sometimes not so gentle, nudge reminding you of the connection you've turned away from. It's an invitation to look inward, to face the fears or doubts that led you to reject your twin flame in the first place.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The second consequence of rejecting your twin flame connection is a disruption in your spiritual growth. Your twin flame isn't just a romantic partner or a soulmate. They're a mirror of your soul, reflecting back to you all your strengths, weaknesses, fears, and potential. When you reject this connection, you're essentially rejecting an opportunity for profound spiritual evolution. Think of it this way. Your twin flame is like a spiritual catalyst. Their presence in your life, even if it's challenging or uncomfortable, is designed to spur your growth, to push you towards becoming the highest version of yourself. When you turn away from this, you're choosing comfort over growth, stagnation over evolution. This disruption in spiritual growth doesn't mean you stop growing entirely, but it does mean that your growth becomes slower, more difficult, more circuitous. You might find yourself facing the same lessons over and over again, unable to break free from certain patterns or beliefs. It's as if you're trying to climb a mountain with one hand tied behind your back. Progress is possible, but it's much harder than it needs to be. Moreover, rejecting your twin flame connection can lead to a disconnection from your intuition and higher self. Your twin flame serves as a bridge between your earthly self and your higher consciousness. When you reject this connection, that bridge becomes unstable. You might find it harder to trust your gut feelings, to connect with your inner wisdom, or to receive guidance from the universe. This disconnection can leave you feeling lost, unsure of your path or purpose. You might struggle to make decisions, constantly second-guessing yourself. The clear inner voice that once guided you becomes muffled, drowned out by doubt and fear. This is because, in rejecting your twin flame, you're also rejecting a part of your own divinity, your own connection to the cosmic consciousness. But remember, this disruption in spiritual growth is not permanent. It's a temporary state, one that lasts only as long as you choose to maintain the rejection of your twin flame connection. The moment you open yourself to the possibility of reconnection, you'll find that your spiritual growth accelerates once again. The third consequence of rejecting your twin flame connection is an intensification of karmic lessons. Karma isn't about punishment or reward. It's about balance, about learning the lessons our souls need to evolve. Your twin flame plays a crucial role in this process, helping you to face and overcome your karmic debts. When you reject this connection, you're not escaping these lessons. Instead, you're choosing to face them alone, without the support and mirroring that your twin flame provides. This often means that the lessons become more intense, more challenging, and more frequent. You might find yourself repeatedly encountering situations that trigger your deepest fears or insecurities. Relationships might follow familiar painful patterns. Career setbacks or financial struggles might become more common. Health issues might arise, particularly those that have an emotional or spiritual root. These intensified karmic lessons aren't meant to punish you for rejecting your twin flame. Rather, they're the universe's way of continuing to provide the growth opportunities that you need. It's as if the universe is saying, if you won't learn these lessons with your twin flame, you'll need to learn them on your own, and we'll keep presenting them until you do. This intensification of karmic lessons can be exhausting. You might feel like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle, never quite able to catch your breath before the next challenge arrives. It can lead to feelings of victimhood or unfairness, as if the universe is somehow out to get you. But in reality, this is a profound opportunity for growth. Each challenge, each repeated lesson, is a chance to dive deep into your own psyche, to uncover and heal the wounds that have been holding you back. It's an invitation to do the inner work that your soul craves, even if your ego resists. The fourth consequence of rejecting your twin flame connection is a distortion in your perception of love and relationships. Your twin flame represents the highest form of love, unconditional, divine, and transformative. When you reject this connection, it can skew your understanding and experience of love in all its forms. You might find yourself settling for relationships that don't truly fulfill you, convincing yourself that the deep, soul-level connection you crave doesn't really exist. Or you might go to the other extreme, holding every potential partner to an impossible standard, always finding them lacking compared to the connection you've turned away from. This distortion can extend beyond romantic relationships. You might struggle to form deep friendships, always keeping people at arm's length. Family relationships might feel strained or superficial. Even your relationship with yourself can suffer, as you struggle to fully accept and love all aspects of your being. The rejection of your twin flame connection can also lead to a fear of vulnerability and intimacy. Having turned away from the most profound connection possible, you might find yourself building walls around your heart, afraid to let anyone get too close. This fear isn't just about protecting yourself from hurt. It's about avoiding the reminder of what you've rejected. But here's the paradox. Even as you push love away, you'll likely find yourself craving it more intensely than ever. This can lead to a painful cycle of longing and rejection, of reaching out and pulling back. You might find yourself drawn to unavailable partners or situationships that mirror the unavailability you've created with your twin flame. This distorted perception of love isn't a life sentence. It's a reflection of the inner turmoil caused by rejecting your twin flame connection. As you begin to heal this rift, even if you're not ready to fully embrace the connection, you'll find your ability to give and receive love gradually being restored. The fifth and final consequence we'll explore today is perhaps the most subtle, yet in many ways the most profound. When you reject your twin flame connection, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal sphere. You see, twin flame connections aren't just about individual growth and happiness. They play a crucial role in the evolution of collective consciousness. Each twin flame pair that comes into union raises the vibration of the entire planet. Their combined energy creates a beacon of light that illuminates the path for others, making it easier for more twin flames to recognize and embrace their connections. When you reject your twin flame connection, you're not just affecting your own journey. You're dampening this light, making the path a little darker for everyone. This might sound like a heavy burden, but it's important to understand that it's not about blame or guilt. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things, the way that each of our choices ripples out to affect the whole. Your twin flame connection is a gift, not just to you, but to the world. When you reject this connection, you might find yourself feeling increasingly disconnected from the world around you. You might struggle to feel a sense of purpose, or to see how your life fits into the greater scheme of things. This is because you're denying a fundamental aspect of your soul's mission. Moreover, rejecting your twin flame connection can lead to a sense of misalignment with the universe. You might find yourself feeling out of step with the natural flow of life, struggling against currents that seem to be pushing you in a direction you're resisting. This can manifest as a series of bad luck events, missed opportunities, or a general feeling that life is working against you rather than for you. But even in this, there is purpose. This misalignment is the universe's way of trying to course correct, to guide you back towards your true path. It's not punishment, but redirection. As we conclude this exploration of the consequences of rejecting your twin flame connection, I want to emphasize that none of this is set in stone. The beauty of free will is that we can always choose again. If you've been rejecting your twin flame connection, know that you have the power to open your heart at any moment. This opening doesn't have to mean immediately rushing into union with your twin flame. It can simply mean acknowledging the connection, being willing to do the inner work it calls for, and trusting in divine timing. Remember, the twin flame journey is not about perfection, but about growth and love. In the grand tapestry of the universe, your twin flame connection is a golden thread, weaving through the fabric of your life and connecting you to the greater whole. By embracing this connection, even if it's challenging, even if it's not what you expected, you're not just transforming your own life. You're contributing to the evolution of all consciousness, helping to create a world of greater love, understanding, and spiritual awareness. So I ask you now, are you ready to open your heart to the possibilities? Are you willing to face the fears that have led you to reject your twin flame connection? The journey may not be easy, but I promise you, it is worth it. For in embracing your twin flame connection, you're embracing the fullest expression of your own soul and contributing to the healing of the entire world. As we continue our exploration of the consequences of rejecting your twin flame connection, let's dive deeper into the intricate ways this rejection affects our lives and the world around us. Remember, this journey we're on isn't just about romantic love or personal fulfillment. It's about the very essence of our spiritual evolution and our role in the cosmic dance of existence. Let's consider the ripple effects of rejecting your twin flame connection on your physical well-being. Our bodies are not separate from our spirits. They are the physical manifestation of our spiritual essence. When we reject such a fundamental aspect of our spiritual selves, our physical bodies often bear the brunt of this misalignment. You might find yourself experiencing unexplained physical symptoms, chronic fatigue, recurring illnesses, or a general sense of malaise that doesn't seem to have any medical cause. This isn't your body betraying you. It's your body trying to communicate with you. It's sending you signals that something is out of balance, that you're resisting a fundamental truth of your being. These physical manifestations aren't punishment. They're not the universe trying to strong-arm you into accepting your twin flame connection. Rather, they're invitations to pay attention, to look deeper, to address the spiritual and emotional imbalances that are expressing themselves through your physical form. Moreover, rejecting your twin flame connection can lead to a disruption in your energy field. This might sound esoteric, but its effects are very real and tangible. You might find yourself feeling drained more easily, struggling to maintain your usual levels of vitality and enthusiasm. It might feel as if there's a constant energy leak, leaving you depleted and struggling to engage fully with life. This energy disruption can also manifest as a sense of being out of sync with the natural rhythms of life. You might struggle with sleep patterns, finding it hard to rest deeply or wake feeling refreshed. Your intuition might feel muffled, making it harder to make decisions or trust your instincts. Even your creative flow might feel blocked, as if the wellspring of inspiration you once drew from has somehow run dry. But remember, even in this physical and energetic disruption, there's an opportunity for growth and healing. By paying attention to these symptoms, by treating them as messages rather than nuisances, you open yourself to a deeper understanding of your own being. You create an opportunity to bring your physical, emotional, and spiritual selves into greater alignment. Now let's turn our attention to the impact of rejecting your twin flame connection on your life purpose and soul mission. Each of us comes into this life with a unique purpose, a specific role to play in the grand tapestry of existence. Your twin flame is intimately connected to this purpose. They are, in many ways, your cosmic collaborator, meant to support and challenge you as you fulfill your soul's mission. When you reject this connection, you're not just turning away from a person, you're turning away from a vital aspect of your life's work. This can lead to a profound sense of being off course, as if you're living a life that doesn't quite fit. You might achieve success by worldly standards, a good job, a comfortable life, but still feel a nagging sense that you're not doing what you're truly meant to do. This misalignment with your life purpose can manifest in various ways. You might find yourself feeling unfulfilled in your career, constantly job hopping or daydreaming about a different path. Your creative projects might feel hollow or uninspired. Even your efforts to help others or make a difference in the world might feel somehow lacking, as if you're not quite hitting the mark. This isn't to say that you can't do good work or live a meaningful life while rejecting your twin flame connection. Many people do. But there's a difference between living a good life and living your best life, between doing good work and doing your soul's work. When you reject your twin flame connection, you're settling for less than the full expression of your spiritual potential. Furthermore, rejecting your twin flame connection can lead to a sense of spiritual isolation. Even if you're surrounded by loving friends and family, even if you're part of a spiritual community, you might find yourself feeling fundamentally alone. This is because your twin flame represents your deepest spiritual companion, the other half of your soul. In rejecting this connection, you're rejecting the deepest form of spiritual companionship available to us in this earthly existence. This spiritual isolation can be particularly challenging for those on a conscious spiritual path. You might find yourself going through the motions of spiritual practice, but feeling a lack of deep connection or transformation. Meditation might feel dry or empty. Prayer might feel like you're speaking into a void. Even moments of spiritual insight or awakening might feel somehow incomplete, as if there's a crucial piece missing from the puzzle. But here's a profound truth. This sense of isolation, this feeling of incompleteness, is itself a form of connection. It's your soul's way of reminding you of the connection you've rejected, of calling you back to your true path. In this light, even the pain of separation becomes sacred, a beacon guiding you home to yourself and to your twin flame. Let's now explore how rejecting your twin flame connection affects your ability to manifest and co-create with the universe. Your twin flame is your divine counterpart, your perfect energetic match. Together, you have the power to manifest at an accelerated rate, to bring your shared visions into reality with grace and ease. When you reject this connection, you're rejecting this amplified manifestation power. This doesn't mean you lose all ability to manifest, but you might find that your manifestations come slower or not quite in the form you envisioned. You might struggle with obstacles that seem to appear out of nowhere, blocking your path just as you're about to achieve your goals. This isn't the universe punishing you. It's the natural result of being out of alignment with your highest self and your highest path. Moreover, rejecting your twin flame connection can lead to a sense of scarcity in your life. This might manifest as financial struggles, but it can also show up as a general feeling that there's never quite enough. Never enough time, never enough energy, never enough love or support. This sense of scarcity is a reflection of the abundance you're turning away from by rejecting your twin flame connection. But even in this challenge lies an opportunity. The struggle to manifest, the sense of scarcity. These are invitations to look deeper, to examine your beliefs about worthiness and abundance, to heal the wounds that led you to reject such a profound connection in the first place. Now, let's consider how rejecting your twin flame connection affects your other relationships. Your twin flame isn't meant to be your only meaningful relationship. They're meant to enhance and deepen all your connections. When you reject this connection, it can create a ripple effect through all your relationships. You might find yourself struggling to form deep, meaningful connections with others. This isn't because you're incapable of love or friendship, but because you're holding back a fundamental part of yourself. It's as if you're trying to connect with others while wearing a suit of armor. You might be physically present, but your true self remains hidden and protected. This can lead to a sense of loneliness, even when you're surrounded by people who care about you. You might find yourself going through the motions of socializing, but feeling a persistent emptiness, a sense that something is missing. This is your soul longing for the deep, authentic connection it knows is possible. Moreover, rejecting your twin flame connection can lead to patterns of codependency or emotional unavailability in your other relationships. You might find yourself desperately seeking in others what you've rejected in your twin flame connection, leading to unhealthy attachments. Or you might go to the other extreme, keeping everyone at arm's length to avoid the pain of deep connection. But here's the beautiful paradox. By working on healing your relationship with your twin flame, even if you're not in direct contact with them, you can heal and deepen all your other relationships. As you open yourself to the possibility of this divine connection, you open yourself to deeper, more authentic connections with everyone in your life. As we near the end of our exploration, I want to address a question that might be arising in your mind. If rejecting my twin flame connection has all these consequences, does that mean I have no choice but to accept it? The answer is both yes and no. Yes, in the sense that your twin flame connection is a fundamental truth of your being. It exists whether you acknowledge it or not. Rejecting it doesn't make it go away. It only creates resistance and struggle in your life. But also no. Because you always have free will. The universe will never force you into this connection. You always have the choice of how to respond to it. What's important is that you make that choice consciously, with full awareness of what you're choosing and why. If you've been rejecting your twin flame connection out of fear, out of past hurts, out of belief that you're not worthy, know that you have the power to choose differently. You have the power to face those fears, to heal those hurts, to recognize your inherent worthiness. This doesn't mean you have to immediately jump into a relationship with your twin flame. The twin flame journey is not about forcing a romantic connection. It's about recognizing and honoring the profound spiritual bond you share, about allowing that connection to catalyze your growth and evolution. So I invite you now to take a moment of stillness. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I really afraid of in accepting my twin flame connection? What wounds am I protecting by rejecting this divine love? What might be possible if I opened my heart, just a little, to this connection? Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. There's only your truth, your journey, your growth. And whatever you discover in this moment of reflection is perfect and exactly what you need right now. As we come to the close of this exploration, I want to leave you with this thought. The twin flame connection is not about finding your other half. You are already whole and complete. It's about recognizing the divine spark within yourself and allowing that recognition to catapult you into the fullest, most radiant expression of who you truly are. Whether you choose to embrace your twin flame connection today, tomorrow, or in another lifetime, know that you are deeply loved, infinitely worthy, and eternally connected to the source of all that is. Your journey is perfect, exactly as it is. Trust in that perfection. Trust in your own inner wisdom, and trust in the loving guidance of the universe. For in that trust lies the key to unlocking the full potential of your twin flame connection and the full potential of your own magnificent soul.